Hi, Eureka students. This is Mrs. Reichart, one of your school counselors, and I'm so excited to tell you that today I am here to talk to you about our last tool from the Toolbox program. That's right. If you take a look at your classroom poster, you'll see that we're on the very last tool on the very bottom. And today's tool is the Courage Tool. So, the Courage Tool's tagline is I have the courage to do the right thing. Because sometimes it can be pretty tricky to do the things that we know are the right thing to do. And sometimes it takes courage to do it. The icon is this work lamp. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen these before, but the cool thing about these work lamps is that the light bulb is protected by a wire cage. So if this were to fall on the ground, the light bulb wouldn't shatter because it has protection. And that's kind of like our heart. We have a rib cage over our heart to protect it, just like this work light does. So that if we are courageous to do the right thing, we are protecting our hearts and protecting the hearts of others. Just like our rib cage, it protects ours, and just like this work light has this cage to protect the light. So it's pretty cool to think that we really do have some armor in our body that protects our hearts. The hand gesture for this is actually one of my favorites. You're going to tap your chest very gently. So when I say gently, I mean like this. Just very gently, being kind to ourselves. And while we're doing this, we are taking a deep breath. So we're breathing deeply. And then another thing we're doing that's really important while we're doing this, while we are taking our deep breaths, is we are using our thought bubble. So that means in our brain, we're thinking something. We're not saying it out loud. We're thinking it in our brain. And what we're thinking is this. We're thinking, be strong, heart. Be strong. Isn't that a wonderful thing to say to yourself? You are using positive self-talk to say, you know what, heart, you can be strong. You can be courageous. So it would look like this. You don't know in my brain I'm saying that, but I'm using my thought bubble to say something really encouraging, which is to just be strong. Sometimes that's tough, but we can do it. As I say with all of these tools, it does take practice. The more we practice this tool, the easier it becomes. When I think about the courage tool, what comes to mind is maybe we made a mistake and we have two things we can do. One, we can lie and say, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. And then we won't get in trouble, maybe. Or we can do something else, which is we can take ownership of the mistake we made, potentially have a consequence, but we can learn from that mistake and get stronger and better from it. Which one would you rather do? One, lie and maybe get away with it, or get a worse consequence. Or the other one, which is be courageous, take ownership for what you did that was wrong, have a consequence potentially, but become stronger because of it. So that's why sometimes it does take courage to even just admit our mistakes, because it can be easier just to be like, I didn't do it, and not have, maybe not get in trouble for it. But what if that person finds out you lied? Or maybe you'll end up having guilt inside and you won't get stronger from that. So I say, do the courageous thing and admit what you did, take ownership, saying, wow, I know I messed up, but I'm going to try to get better because of it. In the long run, that'll help you become a way more courageous person, a better friend, a better person all around. So it's a great skill to practice right now, because the more you practice something, the easier it becomes. So that's where this courage tool can really help you with that. So I love this tool. I know we saved it for last, but I want you to think about it. When we are practicing the courage tool, not only were we using the courage tool of doing the right things, but we were also breathing. Remember I said take deep breaths while you're doing your hand gesture? So we were breathing, which was our first tool. And then we're also using positive self-talk. And that kind of reminds me of the quiet, safe place tool, because you have to go into your brain to think of your quiet and safe place. And the same is for this tool. You use your brain, you use your thought bubble to think, be strong, heart, be strong. So you've spent this last year practicing lots of tools. I'll help lead you to this tool, which is the courage tool. Now, the amazing thing about these tools from the Toolbox program is that adults did not come up with these 12 tools. It wasn't a grown-up. These were created by students, by elementary school students. How amazing is that? So students just like you thought of these 12 amazing tools to help them get through school and through life, learning to be problem solvers, better friends, better students, and better people. It helped them develop tools so that if challenges came their way, they knew what they could do to help themselves feel better and to work through those challenges. So I really hope that these 12 tools do that for you as well. As I mentioned, it takes practice to do these tools. I'm an adult. I'm teaching these tools to you, and yet I still need to practice them. And sometimes I still need reminders to do these things. That's okay. That's okay to need reminders and to sometimes mess up. But as I was saying, it's important that we take ownership of the mistakes we made so that we could become better. I hope that you find these 12 tools to be really, really valuable. And I've loved having the opportunity to teach these to you. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.